The American Library Association has a list of top 100 banned books from the years of 2000 and 2009. Bless Me Ultima is number 32 on that list. Why do I teach banned books? Because it exposes students of color to other writers of merit. Students don't realize that their education, their textbooks, are purposefully engineered to propel a dream that was not designed for them. Banned books allow students to taste and savor those writers because these writers are often dissenters of the American dream and assimilation. I will go with one understanding Ultima cautioned. She raised her finger and pointed at both of them. The gaze of her clear eyes held them transfixed. You must understand that when anyone, bruja or curandera, priest or sinner, tampers with the fate of a man, that sometimes a chain of events is set into motion over which no one will have ultimate control. You must be willing to accept this responsibility. It is these writers who understand the importance of culture. They understand that who we are is often where we are. They speak to us in ways that traditionalists, assimilationists can never do. Bless Me Ultima has opened a new world for my students. One student said just yesterday that she liked the book because it was different. And if something different about the book, then that's all the difference I need.
Hey, my name is Matthew Patterson, and it's my great pleasure to talk about The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison. Ultimately, this book is about a young girl who longs for blue eyes. She's an African American woman, and it goes through the struggle of growing up, of having sort of problems of longing, and what it means to be an American foremost, and secondary, what it means to be an African American. I absolutely love this book. This is one of the best books I've ever read in my life, and I would literally fight those who try to take this book away from myself and my students. I'm going to read a little passage of it so we can understand and really enjoy just the sentence structure. The easiest thing to do would to be to build a case out of her foot. That's what she herself did. But to find out the truth about how dreams die, one should never take the word of the dreamer. The end of her lovely beginning was probably the cavity in one of her front teeth. She preferred, however, to always think of her foot. Although she was the 9th of 11th children and lived on a ridge of red Alabama clay 7 miles from the nearest road, the complete indifference with which a rusty nail was met when it punched clear through her foot during her 2nd year of life saved Pauline Williams from total anonymity. One of the reasons I love this book so much is it not only deals with the theme of existence, what does it mean to be a human being in this current age, but she tells a story with such language, such syntax, that it's truly, truly incredible. If you haven't read The Bluest Eye by America's greatest living novelist, I truly suggest you look at it, you pick it up from the bookstore, and you read it. Of all the books in this library, if I could only take one on a desert island, it would be this one.
Greetings, I'm Miss Ojo, English department. In regards to this book, Things Fall Apart, it really hurts that it is a banned book, or on the verge of being a banned book. Chinua Achebe gives us a great perspective on the African culture. He zones in from another perspective that we rarely get, or European side of the story that we really always see. And then the storm burst. Okonkwo had been walking about aimlessly in his compound in suppressed anger, suddenly found an outlet. Who killed this banana tree, he asked. A hush fell on the compound immediately. Who killed this tree, or are you all deaf and dumb? As a matter of fact, the tree was very much alive. Okonkwo's second wife had merely cut a few leaves off of it to wrap some food, and she said so. Without further argument, Okonkwo gave her a second beating and left her and her only daughter weeping. Neither of the other wives dared to interfere, Beyond an occasional and tentative, it is enough, Okonkwo pleaded from a reasonable distance. So Chinua Achebe's perspective is something that I think should stay on our shelves. It provides a wider perspective, insight, and some interesting ideas that should be shared and never limited.